welcome to another vlog here on the World of Coasters. Today we've travelled over to Legoland Windsor. I think it's only the third or fourth time we've visited this season, isn't it?
Yeah.
We've avoided this park over the summer holidays for the sole fact it gets so busy.
And I have to pay for entry.
Yeah, you've got the standard pass. It is a Saturday today, so we're expecting it to be a bit busier, but nowhere near the same as the summer holidays. They're actually running an event at the moment, which is like a music festival type thing. I think it's tied in with one of the...
Llama.
He's literally got a llama head, hasn't he?
Yeah.
But yeah, they've literally got it tied in with one of their new products. I think it's like Vidiyo's or something like that. One of their new toys. I'll put the name down here somewhere. But yeah, we're running a bit behind today. It's about 11 o'clock. The traffic getting here was a nightmare, wasn't it, Lou? M25 just being classic M25. But yeah, really pumped for today. Haven't been to this park since the Lego Mythica launch. Like, we came a week after the launch for like an annual pass holder event. We haven't been here since about May, June.
And it's going to be super busy today.
Yeah, it's going to be super busy today. It was forecast cloudy weather, but it's looking like it's going to be nice today. So let's have a look around the Legoland Windsor Resort and see what's changed, what's coming for Halloween, and get some rides. So just to give you a gauge on queue times, it's an hour into operations now. Viking River Splash here has a queue at capacity. I do believe they've taken some of the cattle pens out of here, but yeah, we're looking at a full capacity day today. Apparently that's advertised in a 35-minute queue. The good thing to know about Legoland Windsor is most of their rides, apart from like Laser Raiders, are all high capacity, so queues do get long, but they do move constantly. Hoping to get on Flight of the Skyline later. I really enjoyed that. Did you, Lou?
Yeah.
But at the moment it's advertised in a 70-minute queue, so I'm looking more towards the end of the day for that. And obviously the cattle pen for that's a bit boring. We're going to head down towards the Dragon, that sort of direction, which is only advertised in a 10-minute queue at the moment, but I'll believe that when I see it. So let's get down there. Right, so as we approach the Knight's Kingdom, crowd levels are definitely busy today, aren't they, Lou? The queue time has gone up for Dragon. It was advertised in 10 minutes, which I said I don't believe. It's advertised in half an hour, so we're just going to bite the bullet and do it, yeah?
No, we can't use that.
No, I was just saying to Louise, we've got one of the new Merlin Refresh and Refill bottles, which I'll get out in a minute. I'll give you a show. So Merlin have always done Refresh and Refill capsules, but recently they've changed them. So there's a new design bottle now. Obviously it's 75p a refill, £2 for annual pass holders to buy it. But if you're not going to fill up as many times as the freestyle machines, these are worthwhile. I mainly got it because me and Lewis like to park hop and do like multi-park days on low peak days. Obviously you're not going to pay £8 to activate a mug and then not have it at one of the other parks. So we're entering the queue for the first ride of the day. It's going to be the Dragon. We're advertising a 35-minute queue at the moment, which I could believe is queuing from just at the top of the stairs, which means you have the 2 turrets to go through and then into the station, assuming there's no breakdowns. Yeah, I think that's about right. Weather's looking lovely. Let's get on the Dragon. So, brilliant operations by Legoland, advertised in 35-minute queue. Actually only waited 15 minutes for that one, which was brilliant. They're running 2 trains.
Yeah.
And the queue was actually that long. It wasn't just like extended by like, you know, people spreading out. It was, you know, I was expecting to wait half an hour. So 15 minutes is brilliant. Anyway, we're going to head over towards Pirate Falls now, which was temporarily down when we went past it before. We're going to see if it's open. It's lovely weather, so we'll get on the log flume. It is a bit of a super soaker.
Yeah, my
but yeah, it's getting very warm now. Failing that, we're going to head over towards Mythica, around to like the sea life sort of like ride. What's it called?
Deep
Squid.
Sea Adventure.
That's the one.
Oh wait, what are you talking about?
That's the one. No, that is
oh my
the
God,
one.
I know them all.
I literally forget the names here. And then we're going to head over to Monster House Place, so let's have a look, see if Pirate Falls open. So sadly Pirate Falls is currently still down, but we're going to go get the Refresh and Refill mug filled up. 75p, doesn't give you as much options, but let's get that done. We'll get some Coke. So I I just got caught out by this cannon here. I didn't know that this was aiming here, and it has just scored a direct hit on me. Louise is now backed right off. But yeah, I didn't know that they had the cannon aiming this way. It landed right on my crotch. But it looks like they're testing this one now, so we might hang around and see what we can get up. Right, so literally waiting around for 5 minutes has paid off well, because we can get straight on this. We're going to be on, looks like, the second boat of the day, isn't it?
Or third.
So yeah, second or third boat, but yeah, no, second. There's one group in front of us. Right, so a brilliant walk-on ride on Pirate Falls. Just goes to show, if you know what you're looking for, you can get a quick ride if you can see a ride about to go back up. Second, I saw the member of staff riding, I was like, they're going to put it up in a second. But yeah, I think they've retuned the water jets on that for the summer.
Yeah.
Like literally straight in your face, like literally every water jet in your face. I am pretty wet. Yeah, and the butt is wet, but that's more because the boat was soaked through. We're going to head round towards Mythica now and go from there. Have a look on the phone in a minute for...
I look at Ninjago, see what it is.
Yeah, that one's normally quite busy. But yeah, having a good day so far. It's midday, got 2 rides done. So as we head down into Kingdom of the Pharaohs, Laser Raiders is advertising on the app a 70-minute queue, so I think we're going to give that one a miss for now. Like I said, we're going to head towards Heart Lake City, over towards Mythica, and get Monster House, but done as that is still advertising a low queue. It's the benefit of a lot of the rides here at Legoland Windsor, they really think of capacity. I think the only ride where they don't think of capacity is literally Laser Raiders. But that was an investment years ago, before it was a really popular park. I don't think they build that sort of thing nowadays, or they'd make it much more high capacity, wouldn't they? But yeah, it's busy, but the crowd levels are controllable. Would like to get on the train later, and we'll have to get Mia's riding school done. Do you want to have a look at the queue for Mia's riding school now? One thing to note that I've just noticed as you come in, new sign for Heart Lake City, and a new like stand for the other side, which you can see they've done quite a bit of work. Even up there looks new. Mia's riding school, let's have a look at the queue. So we just had a look at the queue for Mia's riding school, and it's actually going right around the back of the extension queue. One thing that I've really noticed today so far is they haven't been very good at updating the queue times, which has benefited us in some places, but stuff like Pirate Falls is still saying it's closed on the app when it's actually open. Mythica is advertising a 70-minute queue for Flight of the Skyline, but we'll go have a look because I do like that one, it is good.
Challenge.
Yeah, Hydra's Challenge, and obviously the 2 SBF Visa bounce towers. If the queue ain't long, we'll jump on those. So if it wasn't for the fact that Tornado Springs opened this year, I'd probably say this is the best theme land or addition for a theme park in 2021, but sadly...
In the UK.
Yeah, in the UK, but sadly Tornado Springs opened at Portland's Park, and that kind of, it's just a bit better, and it's got a lot more detail, and obviously the coaster's amazing there, but this is by no means bad. This is Merlin done right. I do love how much they invest into the Legoland park. It's obviously a big earner for them, but the queues aren't too bad. These bounce houses are advertising in 10 minutes, so might give these a go. The Hydra's Challenge, which used to be Squid Surfer, is in the extension up here, but you're probably looking at no more than half an hour.
Two, isn't it? It's 2 queues.
Yeah, oh yeah, they're running both of them today. I think we'll give these a go in a minute if the queue isn't too bad, and we're just going to have a look at the Flight of the Skyline ride, which we were here last for the annual pass event, but we did the VIP launch event on this on its opening day. That was a very good day. Apparently only a 40-minute queue for this, if I read that correctly. Right, so we've decided to just bite the bullet for this. It's a very boring cattle pen, but obviously this is the ride everyone rushes for when it first opens. We queued here before in Newcastle, it was like from here, and it wasn't quite an hour. I think it was around 40 minutes. The good thing about this is it's 3 levels, and it really does eat the crowds. So like I said, we're going to bite the bullet and just do it now, and hopefully we won't be in the queue too long. The only thing I have with gripes of this ride is how the queue is so boring. It's a brilliant ride, but this queue is just so boring and mundane. It's just a cattle pen all the way through with absolutely no theming in it, which I think if I had a theme queue for this, it would be amazing. But yeah, let's see how long it takes us to get on Flight of the Skyline. Right, Right, so excellent operations by Legoland. We've only waited 35 minutes and we're actually in the air gates ready to board. Actually in the queue, can't see in a minute, we just met Marcus from Free Riders.
This one is such a fanboy.
I just said hello. Hi Marcus if you're watching. Louise is being antisocial.
No, I wasn't. I wasn't super.
But yeah, we said hello. You're going to Fort Park, but we're here all day. We did Fort Park. I've already been to Oktoberfest twice, so that's why I went on there. But yeah, not much longer, and we will be on Flight of the Skyline. Right, so we're straight through onto the ride now. Obviously we can't film on this one. Be able to get a few shots of the pre-show for you, and we're on the top level, which isn't the best because you can see the top of the screen. Probably the best on this one is if you can either be on the bottom or the middle of the middle level, but the top is definitely the worst.
You are now ready to venture further into Mythica. Sit back, hold on, and enjoy your incredible flight with the skyline.
So we come off of Flight of the Skyline, advertising now a queue. We actually been on and off it in 50 minutes, which is pretty good. What did you? Oh yeah, Louise banged her elbow on the bag rack and left a big old bruise on her arm. But yeah, good operations from Legoland there. What did you think of the ride?
They need to charge safely.
You literally banged your arm on it. What did you think of the ride?
It was good.
So yeah, brilliant ride. We were on the top level, like I said, which is probably the worst position. It's by no means unrideable there, but it's just you can see the roof takes away from it. Yeah, I was just about to say the bounce towers are actually closed at the minute. Looks like they're down. We were going to do this next, but we're going to come back to it, head over towards Monster House Party, and then think about grabbing some lunch. So Mythica is an absolutely amazing addition to Legoland Windsor. We were lucky enough to get tickets to the launch event on the morning of its opening, which was really good, wasn't it? It was brilliant. When that first opened, it had like 2-3 hour queues, and they had a lot of operational issues when they first opened it. But it's good to know that they now are able to get the queues through nice and quick. Running operations really good on that. Hydra Challenge, yeah, big old queue for that. It says 70 minutes, which I don't quite believe because they're running both sides. But you're still probably looking at about 40-50 minutes for that. So we'll give the rest of Mythica a miss for now. Start heading out towards like Lego City, that sort of way, and see what the Monster House Party is like. So So we're going to come back to the deep sea adventure later on. It's advertising a half-an-hour queue, which given their operations today, I can't imagine it being that long. Monster House is advertising a 15-minute queue. Again, Legoland have this tendency of making these pretty good like rides, really well themed. But then like when it comes to stuff like the queues, they're just like, oh yeah, I forgot about that, just put that in the corner. And Monster House Party is a prime example of that, with this huge, ugly, unsightly cattle pen. It's probably, I'd probably say if there was an award for ugliest queue line in the world, this would be a contender. That and this huge warehouse behind it. If you know an uglier queue, put it in the comments below. Yeah, in the UK or in the world, I'm not fussed. Tell me where, and I'll have to have a look and see if I think so. Looks really busy here at Legoland today. It surprisingly isn't. It's actually quite a moderate day, I'd say. We decided we're going to come back to the rides in a bit. Yeah, we're going to come back to the rides in a bit. We're going to go grab some lunch, and then we're going to go on from there. I don't know when this went in, but this used to be a smoking shelter here, obviously by the balloon school just over here. Yeah, that's brand spanking new. Must have been a new addition for the summer. Of course, when it comes to Legoland Windsor, for those of you who have been here, it's on the side of a hill. And it gives a really nice aesthetic to the park, but thankfully when they opened this park they installed a hill train, which means we don't have to walk up the gradual incline. It is gradual, but it's quite a long incline, isn't it though? And if it is very hot, like it was not forecast to be this nice. I nearly didn't vlog because it said the weather was going to be horrible. But yeah, we'll see you on the hill train. Right, so we're back in the park now. We've had our lunch, and as is tradition with Legoland, we're going to go into the Lego store, which was freshly refurbished for the 2021 season. Given a total gutting, yeah. Always confusing. Like they have a door there, like where you'd think the entrance is, but it's actually here the entrance. They've actually put some signs on it now, so people don't walk into it. Yeah, they put a door not in use, which I don't quite understand, but such is. Anyway, let's have a quick look around the store before we get some more rides done. So this Lego store does everything, and actually there are some new things since we've been here last. They've actually got the Create Your Own minifigure, which is in the London store. Myself and Louise have actually done this. It's not on at the moment. You basically make your own minifigure, which is printed in this machine here. So you basically get a box, you put your box on here, design your character, and then they take that box and they put it into the printer and print out your minifigure. And then of course you've got the mosaic maker here, which is another thing that was at the Lego store in London. Basically takes your picture and turns it into a mosaic, which is pretty cool. Do have some of the mosaics here which you can get. They're pre-done. One thing to note, if you are a Lego fan and you're looking at getting a Lego set, you can get annual pass discount in here. I believe it's only 10% off of purchases. Obviously you get 20% off normally with Merlin annual pass. The Lego take a cut of that discount, but if you want a cheaper set of Lego, this is definitely the place to get it. To the fans that just said hello to us walking around the store, hello. Thank you for your support to the channel. It was really good to meet you. So since they've refurbished the store, they've got a lot more sets on display. I do like these. They've got the magnifying glasses, which you can move around the set. They've got a lot more sets built and ready to be looked at. And the thing is, I can imagine people taking some of the minifigs, or children taking the minifigs more. This poor one has had its leg ripped off. So overall, a much more airy shop in here. I have shown this shop off before, but yeah, definitely better than it was before. The tills have been moved down to this end of the store. They used to be on this back wall here, but it kind of allows people to look into the shop. And there's much more room with the layout they got at the moment. At the moment there's no signs of anything happening with the old Star Wars walkthrough. They have made the Rebuild the World section, which used to be a shop. You've also got the Creators Lab at the top. It's just a show off where you can make Lego. We've been in there before. It's pretty cool. But like I say, want to see what they're doing with the Star Wars walkthrough. What are you watching? Louise is pointing out the music festival, which we'll have to visit later on. We're kind of heading around towards the rapids now, but we will head down that way. It's like a little music festival they got set up. So the Viking River Splash. Next ride of the day. It's advertised in a 20-minute queue. It does look quite long, and when we came out for lunch, it was actually dead. So we probably should have done this one before we went for lunch. Let's get in the queue, see how long it takes to get on the Viking River Splash.
To 1.3 metres. At this point, someone 16 or older will need to come on the show.
Remain seated and please hold on tight.
So after about a 20-minute wait, we've just come off of the Viking River Splash. Queue's moving fast on that one, they always do on those rapid rides. But my god, that one is so like rough, as in like when it hits the walls, it just seems to whack them so hard and so fast.
I am an adult and I fell out my chair numerous amount of times and I was holding on.
Like on the last corner, if you've been on that one, you notice that they've actually made like a pillar out, because you used to just smash into the concrete, didn't you?
That was like a brace.
You still do hit it, but not quite as hard. They've actually had to put reinforcement on there, but it is a miracle that the concrete can withstand it. I suppose the boats don't weigh that much, but it just really, like, you don't get wet on it either, do you?
not
Like,
at all.
it's one of the sad things about that one. You used to get absolutely soaked. So at the end, they used to have the tipping bucket. That got removed because if you were unlucky enough to cop that, it was a tidal wave moment. And I think they probably got quite a few complaints about people being
But
like,
like they wouldn't have to fill it all the way. They
no,
could do it,
or just have like a sprinkler coming down. And they used to have the like tiki statues that used to spray you as you went past them. They no longer work. Yeah, it's a bit of a shame because they could have some of the water effects on, because
I wonder if it's because a lot of people were like falling out their seats anyway. Like, you know,
I guess, but like we had one good wave where it came over and kind of nearly got us on the feet. Literally came in through the door, didn't it? It was still a great ride and not too bad considering the weight. It looks like the teacups, or the spider spinners it's called here, is still down. It was down this morning, but they have some maintenance. Yeah. They have some maintenance here. This is one of the original rides, and it's one of the better themed teacups out there. Right, so here is the music festival they got at the moment to do with their Vidiyo toys, which is a new line Lego have. But yeah, it's like a music fest. Just a stage in the mini village area. Looks like people are getting lanyards for doing various things. Let's have a quick check out what it's all about. I don't know whether there's anything going on at the stage at the moment. After which we got the whole of Miniland to look round, and the Duplo Valley.
And the right deck. So yeah, nearly finished on the Lego cladding over the...
So we've got some DJ decks along here that look pretty cool. Look like they actually work with Lego Technics. Yeah, I think that's the one that's being built on the screen over there. Looks like in between shows they have entertainment. And there's another stand over here which says try it out, and you can get yourself a lanyard. So let's see what this is all about. So if you're interested in this event, they have the schedule of what's going on just down here. It looks like they have DJ Llama on the Llama Show at the close of every day, so between 4 and 5. Yeah. So yeah, just a small event going on over there. The lanyards look pretty cool. You know, they're just giving them out to the kids around the area.
Rick's well upset about that.
Well upset because they don't seem to be giving them out to adults, which is very sad, unless you've got children, of which sadly there aren't any here. Speaking of children, we're going into Duplo Valley now, where the Mack Rides Duplo Dino Coaster is. Every time we come to ride this, it's got a really long queue, but thankfully we got here just before the first lockdown, didn't we, Lo?
Yeah.
And literally I had no queue, it was a walk-on. It's a brilliant little like first coaster for kids. It's just a circuit, really simple, but has some amazing theming on it. Anyway, like I said, we got the credit for it, so we give it a miss. We're going to head over to Louise's favourite like boat ride in this park, would you say?
Well, obviously Pirate Falls, but
Oh, okay, so
like,
we're
for my most relaxing Legoland ride, you go on to this.
the Fairy Tale Brook, so let's go over to the Fairy Tale Brook and get a ride
Underrated.
on. Yeah, it's pretty underrated. So Fairy Tale Brook look, as Louise has said, one of the most underrated boat rides here. It's nothing amazing, it's just like your standard fairy tale boat ride. If you've ever been to Disneyland Paris and you've been on, like, I'm going to butcher the pronunciation, but the Pays de Contents one. No, that's breakfast. It's over by the Casey roller coaster and all of that sort of thing. At the back of the park behind it's a Small World, but it's similar to that, but it's like a Lego version. This is one of the original rides that opened with the park back in '96, so let's get on it. Right, so we're off on the ride. We are in a bit of a waterlogged boat. Mine does have quite a bit of water in here. But yeah, there's some good theming in here. Obviously all Lego characters. The fox does look a bit algae ridden. But yeah, it goes through your basic fairy tale. So you've got the 3 little pigs to start us off.
Little pig, let me come in. I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house in.
Oh, I don't know where I caught that, but he face planted on her.
That's how you kiss.
Your wish is my command, master.
Can't go wrong when that ride is a walk-on, very underrated, and they've put a lot of work into it recently. It used to be quite derelict, it didn't have very good sound. But yeah, good ride. Anyway, we're going to be leaving Duplo Valley now. This is not really the area of park we're going to spend too much time in, as none of the rides are really aimed at us.
Yes, they are.
Anyway, we're going to head over towards Monster House Party now and get that done, as that's still advertised in a 15-minute queue. Right, so Monster House Party always looks like it's worse than it is. Not only does it have a horrible looking cattle pen queue, but it has really high capacity. Being a Vekoma Madhouse just eats the crowds up. But yeah, this queue is an eyesore, isn't it? You love the theme for this one.
You know why?
Yeah, the theme song is done by I'm a Score, and it reminds you of another song that you heard on Eurovision. Yeah, but like I say, this queue, cattle pen, the people at Legoland need to understand that queuing is half of the experience. You spend more time in the queue than anywhere else. So when it's like this, it is a little bit of a letdown. So the Legoland Express going past, we'll have to see about getting on that later. Going from Heart Lake City Station.
I'm so glad you all came. I just love to throw huge parties for my snacks. Friends.
So after a little bit of downtime we got on Monster House Party, we waited about 15 minutes extra
tell
because
you.
of the breakdown.
We waited just under 40 minutes, including breakdown.
Like, to be honest, most of that was the breakdown, to be honest. Once we got moving, it was about 10-15 minutes, about bang on what it said. A great madhouse. It is a little bit like clunky. It's always been running like a bit clunky ever since it first got made. It just doesn't run very smooth, does it? It just kind of jitters. I don't know why. Like, if I was Merlin or the representative, I'd be on the phone to Vekoma like, the one at Alton Towers doesn't do that. So
you did that from day
what about
one.
it? Yeah, we came here when it first opened. Anyway, we're going to head over to Deep Sea Adventure now. I don't know whether we're actually going to do it. Got a bit of a rush here at the moment, but Deep Sea Adventure is a Mack ride submarine ride which just goes into the aquarium. It's really unique and really cool, isn't it, Lou? It was advertised in a half an hour queue earlier, so hopefully it's not too bad now. And then we'll travel back round to Mythica, see if the SBF bounce towers are back up, and see if Hydra's Challenge has a shorter queue. So this ride was refurbished about 2 years ago now. It was, I can't remember the exact name, but it was something to do with the Squid unit people. They had like Squid Surfer, which is the Hydra's Challenge now. And they give it a new lease of life. Like this used to be all cattle pen along here, which I don't use a lot of it now. But it obviously has the inside bit with a little pre-show, which will give you a shot of, and the little like face mapped Lego man that gives you the Master Diver, I believe he's called. And they just gave it the whole ride a freshen up, which is pretty cool. So only a 10-minute wait to get on the deep sea adventure. Great little ride. Like if you have to queue like an hour for it, I can see it being a bit short-lived. It is a pretty good experience, but I'd probably say if you're queuing for it, you don't want to be waiting more than half an hour to 40 minutes. But yeah, great ride on it. They're now loading them up fully. The air handling system struggles a little bit on a day like today. It was hot in there. R1, they have it on top, was just flashing amber like, please, I'm dead. But anyway, we're going to head back past the hotels now. I forgot to mention these earlier, obviously if you haven't been here before. The two resort hotels being the Castle Resort here. This is the newer hotel. And the Legoland Hotel, which is this one just to the right. Brilliant themed hotels, and we have been meaning to stay at them. But the problem is with Legoland, it is so expensive to stay in their hotels. If anyone from Legoland's watching this and they would like to get World of Coasters to do a room tour on them,
and then go straight out.
Hook me up, please. That'd be amazing. We do like doing room tours. If you watch the channel, we go to theme park hotels all the time just to do room tours. I've actually got a few that I haven't uploaded yet, including Thorpe Shark, the Boulevard. Got a bit of a backlog of them. So here's the Legoland Hotel, the original hotel. Again, we haven't stayed in this one, but it's pretty cool on the inside. Right, so we've nipped into the Legoland Hotel just to use the toilets, but yeah, just having a look around the lobby here, and we've never been in here before. But it's really well themed in here. I would like to stay here one day, but like I say, it's very expensive. So you've got this like massive play park here, and the on-site restaurant, which is called Brick's Family Restaurant over here. Amazing level of theming in here. Lou, do you want to stay here one day? Like, we would love to stay here in your hotel room as the princess. They do different themed rooms here. But yeah, it looks really cool. So really great to have a look in the Legoland Hotel. We're just looking out on the lake here. So fun fact for those of you who didn't know, this used to be a safari park before it was Legoland Windsor, and this was where the hippos were based. I don't know whether they had this full pond.
Thank you for the sound technician
Yeah.
at our old
I was about to say, we got told that by our old sound technician at college. And, oh, where's the bird gone? I was just about to film and he's flown off.
Well, it flew in the lake and then flew off.
Wonderful.
Oh, there he is! Hey, he's
There
nice
he goes.
now.
So it's coming up to 5 o'clock and the crowds are starting to die off a bit, so we're going to get our last few rides in. Hopefully we'll be able to get on the drop towers and Hydra's Challenge. There's not much really more to do that I would like to do. I don't know about you. We're not all about doing a million rides here, but yeah, let's just refill the drink here and carry on.
So cast member, not cast member, wants to say hello. Thank you for your service today.
Thank you very much. So the member of staff there wanted to say hello to the vlog.
Cast member.
Yeah, not cast member, Louise.
On the brain.
I was trying to say we booked to go to Disney yesterday, so Louise has got that on the brain at the moment. Hydra's Challenge is queuing. It's substantially shorter than earlier, but it's still probably about a half-hour queue. So we're going to have a look at the little Fire and Ice drop towers here. They're little drop towers by SBF Visa, and they're pretty cool. Wow, nearly got sprayed by that. Yeah, they're pretty cool, yeah. Do you want to press the button and get one of the cannons to go off?
What's going there?
Oh, there you go, there's one over there. Plenty of them around to interact and can spray the riders. But yeah, I do like these drop towers here with the little LED screen on top. They're the exact same model that you can find at Tornado Springs in Portons Park, the windmill towers. So about 15 minutes, I wasn't exactly timing that one. How did you time that one? You normally timing cues.
No, I wasn't timing that one.
It wasn't too long, it definitely wasn't half an hour. I do like those
Stay with me on that ride.
Louise was like, see how tight you can get it, so I just stapled her.
To the lowest setting.
There was a small child at the same level as us, and it was like, I am so skinny. Yeah, it's coming up to the last few, we're in the last hour of operations now. So we're just walking past Heart Lake City Showground here, which is where they do the show. Looks like they're doing the Lego Friends show at the moment. We're going to nip into the Heart Lake shopping mall, because Louise wants to do some Lego shopping, and then have a look at the Heart Lake City Express, which may be our last ride of the day before park close. So what is likely to be the last ride of the day is the Heart Lake City Express. It's advertising a 45-minute queue, which I don't believe for a second. It's only got one of the zigzags that kind of ends here and goes straight up. I reckon 2, maybe 3 cycles. So let's go on the Heart Lake City Express. About 20 minutes we are off on the Heart Lake City Express, which takes us around the area of the park. Like I said, this is sadly going to be the last ride of the day. Don't have the water effects on along here. Do you remember when they refurbished it when they put the water effects on?
With the best, not cast member, staff member.
I recorded that was last Christmas. I'll have to find that somewhere and make its own video. But Louise was on about a member of staff. It was literally narrating the whole ride, yeah, like a boss. So the second half of the ride, you got some great views of Lego City, including the Monster House party. You've got the boating school down here, which sadly we haven't had time to go on today. Maybe come on an off-peak day, more like a Friday, it's going to be much quieter. But I still think we've got a fair amount of rides done. So after about 25 minutes all in, we got on the Heart Lake City Express. I do like it, but the operations are quite slow on their dispatch. I know it can't be avoided because of the level crossing and all that. I just feel it could be a little more efficient, but you know, that's just me being a theme park snob. Anyway, it's just coming up to 6 o'clock now, so we're going to make our way out of the park.
No Miniland.
No Miniland today. It's been very busy because it's a weekend. Like, the plan normally is we come to Legoland on a Friday or during the week, mainly because it's quieter. But yeah, being the busiest park in the UK, you're going to expect a queue anytime you come here. But I've had a really good day. We got a reasonable amount of rides done. Obviously not walk-ons, but got plenty done, including Flight of the Skyline. Yeah, pretty good operations from the team at Legoland. We're going to leave the vlog here, guys, so if you enjoyed the video, by all means hit the like button. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button for theme park content posted weekly, and we'll see you in the next video. Till then, bye!
Bye!